Welcome to Heartline Stories. Today's story follows a kind woman named Luna, who never expected a simple act of generosity would change her life forever. One morning, she paid for a stranger's coffee, not realizing that this small gesture would lead her to a shocking discovery. The man she helped was none other than Ethan Carter, a tech billionaire with a vision to change the world. Little did Luna know, this chance encounter would open doors to new opportunities she never imagined. What happens next will leave you amazed. Keep watching to see how Luna's life takes a thrilling turn. And let us know where you're watching from. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It was a chilly autumn morning when Luna walked into the local coffee shop, the one she visited every day before heading to work. She was in a rush, trying to make up for being a little late. She didn't even notice the man sitting at the corner table, wearing a simple jacket and glasses. He looked like any other customer. Luna ordered her usual, a hot caramel latte, extra foam. As she reached for her wallet, she realized she had left her credit card at home. Her face turned red with embarrassment. "Sorry," she said to the barista. "It looks like I left my card at home." The barista, a young woman with a warm smile, nodded kindly. "It's all right. We'll take care of it." But Luna didn't want to leave empty-handed. She didn't want to make a fuss, so she quietly turned to leave when she heard a voice from behind her. "I can pay for you," said a deep voice. Luna turned around and saw the man from the corner table. He had stood up and was walking toward her with a friendly smile. "Oh, you really don't have to do that," she said, still feeling a little awkward. "It's no problem," he replied. "Just a small act of kindness." Luna hesitated, but then she smiled. She accepted his offer, figuring it was just a kind gesture from a stranger. The barista rang up her drink, and the man paid the tab without a second thought. "Thank you so much," Luna said. "I really appreciate it." "No problem," he said, nodding. "It's nice to be kind to others." With that, he turned and sat back down at his table. Luna left the coffee shop feeling a little lighter than before. She didn't think much about it after that. She went about her day as usual, heading to her office job at a marketing firm. A week later, Luna returned to the same coffee shop. This time, she noticed the man again. He was sitting in the same corner, but this time there was something different about him. He was on the phone, speaking with someone about the new app update and the future of AI. Luna didn't pay much attention to the conversation, but something clicked in her mind. She remembered the kindness he had shown her the week before and felt a sudden curiosity. As she ordered her drink and took her seat, she noticed a few people walk in. They seemed to know the man and waved at him. He waved back with a smile, and Luna realized he might not be just a regular guy. Later that day, Luna decided to search for his name. She typed a few words into Google, and her eyes widened when she saw his picture. The man she had shared a coffee shop with was none other than Ethan Carter, the CEO of one of the most successful tech companies in the world. Ethan Carter had been a tech billionaire for years, the man behind the cutting-edge apps and artificial intelligence that were changing the world. He was famous for his work but kept a low profile in public. Luna sat back in disbelief. She had never imagined the stranger who had paid for her coffee was such an influential person. The next day, Luna walked into the coffee shop again, her mind racing. She had no idea how to approach Ethan now that she knew who he really was. What could she possibly say to someone like him? When she walked in, to her surprise, Ethan was there again. This time he smiled and waved at her. She froze, not knowing what to do. "Hey, Luna," he called out from across the room. "How's your day going?" Luna's heart skipped a beat. He remembered her name. She smiled nervously and walked over to his table. "Hi, Ethan. I didn't expect to see you again," she said, her voice shaky. He laughed softly. "Well, I come here often. This place makes the best coffee in town." Luna smiled, feeling more comfortable now that they were talking. "Yeah, I come here every morning too. It's my little ritual." Ethan nodded. "I'm glad we met. I don't get to talk to many people who aren't interested in business or tech." Luna felt her confidence growing. "Well, I'm not into tech, but I'm glad we met too. It's nice to talk to someone who just wants to be kind." He looked at her thoughtfully. "You know, sometimes the little acts of kindness can make the biggest difference in someone's day." Luna smiled, realizing that their conversation was just beginning. Little did she know that this small, simple exchange would lead to something far bigger than she ever expected. What would happen next between Luna and Ethan? Could a simple coffee shop meeting turn into something more than just a random act of kindness? Ethan's words lingered in Luna's mind as she sat down across from him. She wasn't sure if he was just being friendly or if there was something more to this unexpected meeting. "So what brings you to this coffee shop so often?" Luna asked, trying to keep the conversation going. She figured it was better to talk about something normal. Ethan shrugged casually, swirling his coffee in his cup. "I enjoy the quiet here. It's nice to get away from all the noise of running a big company." Luna nodded, understanding that all that success must come with a lot of pressure. She couldn't even imagine what his life was like, living in the spotlight, managing a company, dealing with constant demands. She smiled, thinking of her own work. "I work at a small marketing firm. It's nothing compared to your tech company, but it keeps me busy." Ethan's eyes brightened. "Marketing, huh? That's actually something I'm interested in. I'm always curious about how small businesses grow their brands." Luna couldn't believe he was showing genuine interest in her job. She always thought of herself as just a regular person with a simple job, but here she was, talking to one of the wealthiest men in the world. "Well, small businesses really focus on connecting with their customers," she said. "It's all about creating relationships and offering something people can trust. That's what makes people loyal." Ethan looked thoughtful. "That's actually really important, especially in the tech industry. People want to feel connected to the companies they buy from, even if they're buying a piece of software or a gadget." Luna smiled at how easy it was to talk to him. He wasn't like the business leader she had read about. He wasn't intimidating or distant. He was kind and down to earth. "I've always admired people who can make a difference in the world," Luna said quietly, almost as if thinking out loud. "People like you. You've created all these amazing things that change how we live our lives." Ethan looked at her, his gaze softening. "I appreciate that, Luna. But it's not just me. I'm just the person who puts the pieces together. The real magic happens because of the people around me, the team that believes in what we're doing. And those people make a big difference, just like the way you build relationships with your clients." Luna was surprised by how humble Ethan was about his success. She always thought people with his level of wealth and fame were more focused on themselves, but Ethan seemed different. They spent the next hour talking about everything: business, goals, life. Luna found herself laughing, feeling like she had known him for much longer than just a few minutes. Before she knew it, the sun was setting, and the coffee shop was starting to empty out. Luna glanced at her watch. She hadn't realized how much time had passed. "Well, it was really nice talking to you," Luna said, standing up. "I should probably get going. I have an early start tomorrow." Ethan stood up too, his expression warm. "I'm glad we talked. It was nice to meet someone who's as down to earth as you." Luna felt a little shy but couldn't help but smile. "Thanks, Ethan. You're not as bad as I thought for a tech billionaire." Ethan laughed softly, and for the first time Luna noticed a little sparkle in his eyes. "I'm glad you think so." As she left the coffee shop, Luna felt a strange sense of excitement. She had always thought of herself as just another person, trying to make her way through life. But after this conversation, she felt like maybe she wasn't as ordinary as she had believed. Days went by, and Luna couldn't stop thinking about Ethan. She told herself it was just a random encounter, a nice conversation with a stranger. But as the days turned into weeks, she started noticing things she hadn't before. She kept seeing Ethan in the news, his company growing even bigger. But what really surprised her was when she noticed his company supporting projects that help small businesses, just like what she had talked about that day at the coffee shop. It seemed like Ethan really did care about the things she had mentioned. One day she received an email from him. It simply read, "Hi Luna, I've been thinking about our conversation. I believe there's potential for us to collaborate on something exciting. Let's talk soon." Luna couldn't believe it. Ethan wanted to work with her? She had never expected that in a million years. She sat down at her desk, unsure of what to do next. Was this just another professional opportunity? Or was this something more? Luna stared at the email for a few minutes, her mind racing. Was this some sort of joke? Why would someone like Ethan, with all his wealth and success, want to collaborate with her? A regular marketing professional? But then again, his email seemed genuine. He had mentioned their conversation and even remembered her thoughts about helping small businesses. Maybe he was truly interested in what she had to offer. Taking a deep breath, Luna hit reply and typed, "Hi, Ethan. Thanks for reaching out. I'd love to hear more about what you have in mind. Let me know when you'd be available for a call. Best, Luna." She sent the email and waited. The next day, she received another email from him, this time with a time and date for their call. Luna felt a flutter in her chest as she read it. It was happening. She was about to talk to Ethan again, but this time in a more professional capacity. The scheduled day arrived, and Luna could hardly contain her excitement and nerves. She sat at her desk, her laptop open, waiting for the video call to begin. She checked her appearance in the reflection of her screen, making sure everything was just right. As the call finally connected, Luna was greeted by Ethan's smiling face on the screen. "Hey, Luna, great to see you again," he said warmly. "How have you been?" Luna smiled back, feeling a bit more relaxed. "I've been good. Thanks again for reaching out. I've been thinking about our last conversation a lot, and I'm really excited to hear what you have in mind." Ethan leaned back in his chair, his expression thoughtful. "Well, after we talked, I realized there's a lot we could do together. I've been working on a new initiative that supports small businesses, helping them with marketing strategies, connecting with clients, and building lasting relationships. I think you'd be a perfect fit to help us with that." Luna felt a rush of excitement. This was exactly what she had been hoping for, an opportunity to work on something meaningful, something that aligned with her passion for small businesses. "That sounds amazing," Luna said, her heart racing. "I'd love to be involved in something like that. How can I help?" Ethan smiled. "I'm glad to hear that. I've been thinking about bringing you on board to help us develop a marketing campaign for the initiative. You'd have the chance to work with some incredible entrepreneurs and make a real impact." Luna was taken aback. This was more than she had ever imagined. Not only was she being offered a chance to collaborate, but she was also being asked to take on a key role in a project she truly believed in. "I'd be honored," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. "This is an incredible opportunity. Thank you, Ethan." Ethan's smile widened. "It's the least I could do. You've got great ideas, and I think you could really make a difference here." As they discussed the details of the project, Luna felt a sense of purpose she hadn't felt in a long time. This wasn't just a job opportunity, it was a chance to help others, to make an impact, and to be part of something bigger than herself. After the call ended, Luna leaned back in her chair, still processing everything that had just happened. She had gone from buying coffee for a stranger to being asked to work with one of the most influential tech billionaires in the world. It felt like a dream. But Luna wasn't going to let that stop her. She knew this was just the beginning. The possibilities were endless. As she prepared to begin her new journey with Ethan's company, Luna couldn't help but wonder what other surprises lay ahead. What else could happen in this strange, unexpected adventure? As the days passed, Luna threw herself into her new role with enthusiasm. She helped develop marketing strategies for the small businesses Ethan's initiative was supporting, and her ideas quickly began to make a difference. She felt more alive than she had in years, knowing she was working on something meaningful. One day, about a month into the project, Luna received a phone call. It was from Ethan. "Hey, Luna, I just wanted to check in and see how everything is going. Are you happy with the direction we're heading?" he asked. Luna smiled, feeling proud of the progress they had made. "Everything is going great," she said. "I think we're really making an impact. The businesses we're working with are getting a lot of attention, and the clients are responding well to the campaigns." Ethan paused for a moment, then said, "I've been thinking a lot about this, and I want to make an official offer. I'd like you to be the chief marketing officer for this initiative. Help lead it full-time. What do you think?" Luna's heart skipped a beat. This was everything she had dreamed of, but she hadn't expected it to happen so soon. "Wow," she said, a little breathless. "I don't know what to say. That's amazing. I'd love to accept the offer." There was a brief silence on the line before Ethan spoke again, his voice warm. "I'm glad to hear that. You've earned it. Your work has been incredible, and I believe we can do some really great things together." Over the next few months, Luna settled into her new role, working side by side with Ethan. They built a team and expanded the initiative to help even more small businesses. They saw real results, and Luna knew she had found her purpose. One afternoon, as she sat in her office, reflecting on how far she had come, she remembered that rainy morning when she had paid for Ethan's coffee. It felt like a lifetime ago, but she couldn't help but smile at how one simple act of kindness had changed her life. And as she glanced out the window at the city skyline, Luna knew that this was just the beginning of a new chapter, one that would bring her opportunities she had once only dreamed of. The future was bright, and Luna was ready for whatever came next.